Three, two, one. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the ShaqGoat podcast, episode 26 or 7? 27. I'm here with Greg, as always.
Oh, God, yep.
Yep. I'm here with Brandon, as always.
Hello.
And I'm here with Special Max, as always.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. How have all your weeks been? All speak at once.
Awesome. So I was working most of the week.
Oh,
Where to?
Nothing interesting really. Just doing a bit of gardening There's a place called Hale Barnes, near Manchester Airport. Well, past there, yeah. It's a really posh area. It's where all the footballers live.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's not one regular-sized house. I don't think they're all massive.
They have a massive gate.
Yeah, huge. Like the guy's house that we were gardening at. He was a dental surgeon specifically for footballers. Yeah.
That's good money.
Oh, definitely, he's loaded. Should see the house. He has 3 cars.
3 cars.
What, for free?
Yeah, for free, definitely.
what do you mean for free?
I said 3
No,
cars.
Yeah, he said 3 cars. They're for free.
3.
No,
oh,
3
yeah.
cars. Number 3. T-H-R-E-E. 3. Good, right. Now.
How was your week then, Greg? You're sounding willing.
Yeah. It was,
Had a bit of a cough.
no.
Oh.
It was a week. I
Whoa.
was
Whoa,
I
mad.
was there was no I was I had a week. I had a week of more than just one thing happening, so it was very good. I went to go watch John Wick 4.
Any good?
In the cinema. Action good. Other than that, no.
That's exactly what I think about the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, the action's really good. Like
It
the
gets a bit
cinematography
far-fetched,
is
doesn't it?
great. What do you mean far-fetched?
Like in the 3rd one, I don't know what about. I've not seen the 4th one, but
I think it just
Like
gets a
in
bit tiresome at some point. I don't think it's that far-fetched. I mean, I love
No.
far-fetched. I love them being ridiculous. I don't think John Wick films are very ridiculous, especially 4, isn't
Not really.
No.
I'll tell you a film that I watched the other day with Matt in a bit. I will finish first.
Yeah, well, but yeah, I watched that. I generally thought it was an alright movie. Wasn't bad, because, it was good. It was good. Like, that's all I can say. I hated it every time he spoke, because all he said was, every time he spoke, he was like, yes.
Yeah.
That is good.
I don't think so.
Give me pistol.
I do love Keanu Reeves. I love the way he speaks.
That's a
It's
nice
stupid.
suit. That was just. He speaks in constant one-liners. That's it. It's constant one-liners. It always feels like he's about to say a line and then be shot in the face, but he isn't. So I don't get it. I don't get why he always speaks in such like a monotone voice, as if he's supposed to be Batman or something. I don't understand. But yeah, I mean, and even Batman can speak longer than he can. So
Vengeance.
yeah, that is literally it. He says vengeance and then he leaves, and then he kills 400 people. So, I mean, yeah, his action and capability of killing a lot of people really makes up for his lack in speech. But other than that, the film is decent. So that's what I did on Wednesday. That was a very late showing, actually. It was like 20 past 8 till like 11. Got back at midnight.
That's
You go
I've
see it
done
on
that
your own?
radio a few times.
No, I didn't go see it on my own. Saw it with my dad.
Ah.
He wanted to see it, so that was his fault. If it was a bad thing, and if it was a good thing, it was like, thank you for asking me to watch the movie with you. At the end, it was more like, let's debate and go to bed. How about that? That sounds good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, no, I went to go see it with him. But other than that, on Tuesday, I watched Liverpool versus Chelsea. A waste of 130 minutes of my life wasted.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, Chelsea put it in the net twice, and Kai Havertz just couldn't stop rebounding it off of his arm. So it was a boring match. You know what? It wasn't boring. It just didn't have a goal. It should have had a goal. Liverpool should have lost 4-0. But what can you do? What can you do when the game just doesn't go your way and Liverpool are lucky bastards? So,
Oh yeah.
what can you do? I mean, Liverpool have to play Arsenal and they'll get thrashed 7-0. And I'll just go, why couldn't you do that like you did against Chelsea and then get beaten by Chelsea? I don't care about Chelsea. They're literally bottom half of the table. They are the other half of the table. I don't know what place they are exactly, but they are literally either 10th or below. Ridiculous. So they'll go
Liverpool?
to no Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea. Yeah,
So-
they're like 12th or something, aren't they?
Yeah, and they'll have Arsenal come to Anfield, and then they'll just be like, Alisson's like rolling out the red carpet. Here you go, Saka, have a goal.
My deepest
and then,
apologies. Chelsea are 11th.
Yeah, and then to Kai Havertz, he's like, Kai Havertz just has to tap it in the net from a great ball in. He's like, nope,
Yeah.
I'm saving this. I'm turning into Superman now. But anyway, so yeah, I watched two very meh things on Tuesday and Wednesday, and other than that, just been working. And I worked on Sunday, like my actual job, not just school stuff. And that's me done for Easter. So that's good. Off on this Sunday and whatever else. So any more like
Winning.
Siege streams or whatever, they are free to go ahead on
Oh
Saturday,
yeah.
Friday. They are good because obviously I don't have to go to bed early on whatever day, so we're all sorted for that as well, boys. We're good.
Oh yeah.
All nice and lovely. I'll move it over to someone else, but
It's
Yeah, I've
Brand
actually-
Finney's go. But Karen,
all right.
finish
Next.
off.
Next.
No, finish off. Interrupted
He didn't
you,
get
I'm
an
sorry.
Easter egg. Next. See, he won't disagree with it. He won't disagree with it. He doesn't say no. He didn't say no. Never said no.
How's your week then, Brandon?
Very boring. I watched Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh,
which
nice.
you
What'd you
said.
think?
It was actually really good.
Yeah,
for
good.
a 4-hour-long movie.
It flies by, to be fair, honestly. Not to interrupt you, sorry. But I turned it on at 2 in the morning and watched the first 3 hours. I was like, oh, I can't finish the last hour. Not because I'm tired or bored. It's just, I can accept 5, but 6 in the morning, that's too far.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was actually kind of surprising because I knew the basis of Lawrence of Arabia, but when I was watching it, it was a very quite an amazing movie, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much my entire week. I did a lot of college work, and that was it.
Oof. Hey, at least you're getting it done. I was gonna say
he
it all
never said
done though.
that. He never said that.
Yeah, he didn't
He
say
said he was
that.
doing. He never said he finished it. But yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first day of the week I haven't gone to cinema. I can't go. Busy. We recorded the second part of the Doctor Who video today. Season 3 soon come next Wednesday. So I couldn't go cinema, but I saw this week. I saw Tetris on Monday. Not good. But you know, it was, you know, it went by. Beautiful Disaster, really, really good. It was such like a stupid genre movie, really really like you know, romance comedy, but like really on the nose, so it was obvious it was supposed to be like that.
Right.
So it was fab. And then I went to see Tetris again, but couldn't. There were some complications. I wanted. I had to see Shazam 2 again, so that. And then I had more.
Just let it out. Just let it out. It was what?
I gave it a 2 out of 10. That's all I need to say.
Okay.
I didn't like the first one. I still gave that a 4 out of 10. So
That was kind.
yeah. I think it's because I liked it more when we all watched it together for the second time. Well, it's second time for me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I didn't mind Shazam, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't the worst film.
It was
the best.
a movie.
I knew I'd hate it when I knew I'd hate the second one when I saw that it was like the whole family kind of thing. So I was like, no,
Yeah.
piss off. No, I don't want this group of children fighting general out of space aliens. What are we, 3? Sorry? Just bring out another SpongeBob movie. Put something like not the latest one though. Don't
No,
try
that
and
was
do
really
that
bad.
again.
Sponge
No,
on
like
the Run
the
was
original,
terrible. Yeah.
like the original movie, the first movie of
Can't beat
SpongeBob.
it.
No, I know you can't beat it, but try and like be similar to that. Like make rather than making Shazam, because Shazam 2, Shazam 2 probably cost a lot of money. So, yeah.
Yeah, it flopped, so I kind of don't care. It was lame. But you know, they did the mythology well, I guess. But then it was, you know, a lot less funny, a lot more boring. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about Shazam 2. I watched Trainspotting instead today of going to cinema because I was doing film revision. And that's it's in my course, luckily, because it's a great film. I love it. Yeah, that's my week in film anyway. Other than that, you know, scripts, Trafford Centre, all that, and yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was going to tell you, I watched a film that I recommend to you. It's called Crank.
Crank.
You heard of it?
No.
Yeah, Jason Statham. He plays the main character. It's great.
Fast and Furious
that's
21.
An actor.
Well, it's ridiculous. It's so funny. Like he gets poisoned by this Chinese drug by the Mexican cartel, and if he stops moving, he dies. And he just does everything he can to keep his heart going whilst fighting these gangsters. Oh, it's hilarious.
What was that one
Some of
movie
the
called
things he
that
does.
sounds like? What was that? Is that one movie? Do you know what I'm on about? You know that one movie where they're on the bus and they
Speed.
can't slow down?
Speed.
Speed sounds very similar. Very similar. Except it's a human rather than
And it hasn't
a
got
bus.
Keanu in it, so what? I'll watch it, Max, because obviously it's on Netflix. I see.
Oh, I think it's so good.
I
but
just don't like Jason Statham.
Oh,
Isn't he the bald one? The bald one.
Yes. What's
He looks
his
like
main
he would.
movie?
He looks like he would live in Birmingham.
I think he's great in action movies.
Transporter. I know.
I'll
him
just
from.
say that.
Which I'm not a fan of Transporter. I've seen it. I'm not a fan. So I better introduce the new thing, innit? The new thing. Take the wheel. There you go. So I was just very late explaining it to everyone that we've got a new gimmick. I don't know if it's gimmick. I don't know. I don't like the word gimmick. So we're going to spin the wheel at the start of every episode. I guess maybe after we catch up on the week. I think that works quite well, actually. We'll see. I'm going to spin the wheel. So as you can see on the screen here, if you're watching the video, we've got Will, Brandon, Max here. So whoever it lands on, they get a spin the wheel call. So spin the wheel call, which I just named now, allows them to spin the wheel at any point during the podcast episode, or even further on in any other episode if they don't use it then, and they can pile them up if they want, or use it in this episode. Let's find out who can spin the wheel. Oh, and it's William himself.
Oh, for God's sake.
Congratulations, we have a winner. So, Will has the first spin the wheel claim, and this will continue throughout until the end of time. Hey, it's a blessing.
Why am I the first one to get the new concept? It's a new concept.
Yeah, you're going to struggle with it.
I know. I'm going to be like this, saying, when do I say it? Then again, Brandon just wouldn't. And you'd be like, Brandon, you don't have to, but you can. And then Brandon would be like, yeah, I know. And then he wouldn't speak for the next 24 episodes. Like, at all, unless the history section comes along. So
yeah, I was hoping Max got it, but he's fine.
What? So then he can get utterly confused and I can complain.
Yeah. That's what the podcast is built on.
Pretty much. No, pretty much.
So we do have options for the wheel, but you won't know them until you watch the podcast after and you land on one. So, I don't want to tell you. Because I can't be bothered explaining them until we get them. But I know how to explain them. It's fine.
Okay.
So the main topic today is it's Donald Trump himself. I'm guessing.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I'm guessing you guys have heard about Donald Trump recently.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, he's been in the news. He's he's been in New York court. He pleads not guilty to 34 felony counts. How much do you guys know about it?
Not a lot.
What you've just said.
Understandable.
Basically.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yes. It's very vague right now, the information, honestly. They want to know whether... So he didn't actually pay off the woman as in prostitution. The thing is that did he give her hush money before the 2016 election? He probably did, because it happens anyway. Yeah. It happens anyway in politics. And it happened just in general, actually. I mean, Kobe Bryant, maybe one of the more infamous ones, given hush money. Well, but then there's the technical blurred lines of what's hush money, what's a settlement, and what is a settlement an admission of guilt, or is it saving your character? So I don't understand, really. I'm just confused as any man. But what do you guys think? Is he going to get shot?
Someone's gonna, but it's just who. I mean, I'm not overly arsed. I kind of just want to see him be arrested because I thought it was funny, because he was a president and he's Donald Trump, so it's also funny. Other than that, I don't care. I'm not American, so I don't care. So it doesn't really matter to me what happens to him, except to be extremely hilarious. So I kind of want it to happen. Just him to get put behind bars so he can be murdered in prison or something. That would be really funny.
Wow, that's extreme.
Sorry. Right, so he could be tampered with in prison in a lovely way. That also sounds not great. You know what I mean?
I see him drop the soap.
Not what I meant.
No, I don't want to see that.
Oh, he wouldn't be tanned. He wouldn't be tanned in prison. He wouldn't be tanned in prison. We'd see him like normal white baby Trump.
I've got a little bit of a, not really a tan, but my I've got a little pump right now. My face is a little redder than when I'm applying face cream. That it makes me look like I made a film a little bit ago. Whatever you do, do not hot shower. Rubbed ketchup all over my body. I look a bit like that now. So it's a little annoying. I wish I did it earlier. Then it would have been way more convincing. I wouldn't have to rub myself in as much ketchup. But anyway, I do want to bring up. It's a little interesting that they've just now brought up this hush money before the 2024 elections, when Trump gets along with Russia and could help us out. I'm just pointing that out. That's my opinion.
Right.
That's all I think that's all I'll say.
Okay.
I think it's just an interesting choice of timing, and I think things would be better right now if in relation with Russia and America if Trump was in charge of rather than Biden. That's how I feel.
What? Because the mini bald man with the missiles, like the funny orange man. Like, what? Why? What's the thing that makes him more likable?
No, he's really good friends with Russia. Putin said he loves Donald Trump.
Is that just it? Is that just it? It's just he likes him. I mean,
I think it's because Trump isn't exactly. I think whatever you say about Trump, at least he's honest. Like, have you seen that clip where he says, "Everybody's corrupt and does fraud. I do it." He rats himself out, so he's not going to exactly stick up for America when he knows America are doing things wrong. I think that's why Russia respect him. Because I know it's not hidden that Russia do not like the ways of the West. I don't like the ways of the East. I'm not a big fan of the ways of the West either. At all, actually. But I think Trump would deal with it far better than we're seeing it with Ukraine. And he did mention, this is to do with America, not us. But you do have to remember we're B-Tech America. Whatever involves America involves us. So.
Yeah. Do you say we're B-Tech America?
Yeah, we are B-Tech America.
How are we B-Tech America? They're B-Tech us now.
No.
I know.
We're B-Tech America. Anything that happens in America happens to us 5 years later.
Yeah.
They don't. But they don't. They can't just scan their, like, they can't tap their cards. They're like credit card, debit card. They can't tap. They still have to put in PIN every time. Just gonna say that bit's still behind. America haven't figured out that bit. So that's all I'm gonna say. I think America they've figured out obesity, and that's about it. I don't know anymore.
And guns.
And guns. We don't have guns. We're ahead
figured
because
out
we're
what
not
woman
killing
is.
each other with guns. We're killing each other with knives.
Yeah, we're sword fighting.
If we run away quick enough, we won't get shot because the other person can't catch up and stab us if we're really quick. So the only reason we all go on the treadmill when we go to the gym, we don't need arms when we're running away. Tip. Don't go silent. Please respond! Respond to me! Okay.
But yeah, we are BTEC America. There's no denying it. American culture is our culture now. We have no culture. British culture isn't a thing. And like Brandon
Fish
said, everything
pie.
that happens to them
Fish pie.
happens to us.
I don't like
We'll
pies.
have to. But well, that's the thing. British culture sucks anyway. That's why it's abandoned by the youth. It's boring. That's a matter of fact.
Well, then again, I think they would over in America. If you live in a southern state, I feel like you'd die if you were a chav. If you were a chav in America in the southern states, you would die because they love to wear lots of layers. You wouldn't survive. It's too hot. So no, they wouldn't do it over there. They'd be there with their Nike coat, their like probably £10 Nike shoes that they got at like Sports Direct, and then probably, I don't know, a fake Gucci hoodie, a puffer jacket on top of the coat. Yes, good
CP Company beanie. Don't forget that.
Yeah, there you go. And they'd have the Adidas tracksuit bottoms, and they'd just boil. They'd have heat stroke. So
Oi,
we
blood,
just gotta...
why are you running? Pulls out the blade of Olympus.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Britain have their roadmen and their and football, fish and chips, I guess. But really,
Yeah, but you can't beat football. Can't beat football. I mean, you gotta think. You gotta compare the crowds. I mean, then again, maybe don't. But
well,
yeah,
don't compare Old Trafford to anything.
Yeah.
It's gonna lose. Okay, the Old Trafford does not represent Great Britain.
Same with definitely don't compare it. That thing's falling to pieces.
Yeah,
Their top suite looks like it was made in about 1920 and has not been done up since 1920. It's not great. I've never been in, but every time my dad's been in, he's always said it's awful, shocking in there. So
Why is your dad been in?
because you go and work, and then in the workplace, other people like other clubs except for one club. So many people like different clubs. So when they go off for like a meeting, or like maybe they go and hassle people, they go to many stadiums in Manchester. Now there's two, so it's Man United or Man City. And what they do is they go to Man City often, but then one time they'll be like, "Come on, please, please." No, or whatever. And then they go, and then it's crap. But they do it because it's work. I don't know. I don't work there, but that's my idea over the whole thing. It's kind of just on that one-off time you feel, you know what? Let's go watch the other team's match, and then they lose 7-0. So yeah, it may be just a choice thing, or it may be like that one specific person has gotten like season ticket. I don't know, but it could be anything. But yeah, he does tell me that it is not great in there. Oh, no, it's not great. It's awful.
Yeah,
Carry on.
even United fans say it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donald.
Donald. I don't think there's too much to say about Trump, to be fair. But the second section of the main topic, and yes, I've been doing it like that because I've just been on it. Mr. Liam is in the house. Talking of arrests, Andrew Tate.
Oh my god! Right, what are we
Emery
doing?
Andrew Tate III.
Are we going through controversial people in media? I don't.
It's
That's
this
the
week.
topic
There's
today.
been two very controversial people having things with arrests and stuff, and it's looking like Tate was unfairly. Well, the treatment was kind of unfair, and yes, I think that was.
He's looking a bit rough.
He is a bit, yeah. He is a bit. He's obviously done some pretty bad things, but it's also kind of strange how they took his Bugattis and all that, and it's like, did you need to do that for an
That
arrest?
doesn't sound very necessary.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they took his Bugattis away from him.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like
It's like taking
why
the
did they do
throne
that?
away from the king.
I guess it's they're trying to destroy his image, which
They're not his children. He's not.
They pretty
he's
much
not,
are.
He's not on
What?
the predator list.
Andrew Tate was mocked in South Park.
Was he?
I need to see that. Andrew Tate, South Park. So what are your guys' opinions on Andrew Tate? Because me and Keen were talking. I was like, he was like, well, what did those? Besides us talking about our argument with Putin, how that was the greatest episode of all time behind the Wusty bike. What are your guys' thoughts on Andrew Tate? Because I realised we hadn't ever mentioned him, which was a good thing. But we've got to keep the show rolling.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm a bit 50-50 about him, really.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think he can be a bit brainwashing.
I
I
agree.
don't know. Yeah, do you think? He has brainwashed a lot of people. And, but he can give, some motivation. He has said some inspiring, if you will, inspiring things. But there's been some other times where, he just brainwashes people and says, "What do you do with your life? You should be doing this. You should be rich. Everyone should be rich. Everyone needs to be like me." No, they don't. Stop thinking you know what's best for me.
Is he attacking you directly then, Max?
Yeah.
That's the issue here. Yeah, no, I do agree
maybe.
with you on that. To be fair, I think it was a little bit worrying the amount of young teen males that were taking the wrong parts of what he says and moving with that. I think he says some interesting stuff about how some gender roles are important, and and he does say about motivation and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he always takes it like a step further and says some deeply sexist stuff, or whatever word you want to use. Like some
I will
horrible
grab
stuff.
you by your titty.
That's a good impersonation.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but then the teenage boys will take that part and inherit it into their character, which is very, very bad.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, I think the issue comes up when you dismiss everything someone says. I think even the most insane people in the world are bound to say something that is of interest at some point that could maybe help. Andrew Tate does anyway, even if he is very sexist.
Yeah.
Brandon?
Well, I'm a bit 50-50 as well, because some of the things he says is very truthful, but a lot of what he says is utter bullshit.
I agree.
And he's kind of just shitting on people because he's rich. Kind of like what Max says, why don't you have Bugattis?
Yeah.
It's just, a lot of what he says isn't true, I don't think. I think it's just an act that he puts on to try and almost create a following of sorts. Not like a cult or anything, but you know.
No, yeah, I do agree with that. Actually, I think he really doesn't believe in some of the stuff he says. Sure. Yeah. Will?
I'm glad you left me to last. Children, they are very susceptible to this bald-ass man. Now, see, children like this bald-ass man. They see him as like father figure. They pray and they go, oh, Jesus, what will you put on Instagram today? Or Snapchat or whatever. I don't know what kids use and what he uses and blah.
TikTok's his main pull.
TikTok, there you go.
And he doesn't even have a TikTok account. It's just people reposting his videos.
Yeah.
Which is deeply behind, though.
Yeah. Basically, children love him. Don't know why. Maybe because they don't know anything. And they kind of just think, wow, he cool. I like him. So they like him. I do not. I think he is just bad. I think anyone who, you know, when you believe in one thing, I feel like it takes over the majority of your character. When he says it and gets involved in a lot of these misogynistic things, where it just makes me think that's pretty much his whole character. He's not good. He ain't good. I don't think you should kind of take on the bright things that he does, as in the motivation. I mean, yeah, motivating people's lovely, but when it's like if Hitler did a lot of motivational stuff. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't
say he's that bad.
No, I'm not. I'm really not comparing them. I'm just picking out someone who's very not good. Oh, for God's sake. Shut up, Brandon. Shut up, Brandon. No, what I'm saying is, very bad person. He is now motivational speaker. Is he now a good person? No. So, if Tate's done really bad things, and he's an awful person, even if he's a motivational speaker, doesn't make him a good guy now. Really does not. So overall, I just think he's bad. I'll compare. I'll think of someone better to compare him to. That wasn't a comparison. I'm just thinking of someone evil.
Of course, but I will say that it's not just that he is doing, just the fact that he's doing motivational speeches. It's the fact that what those speeches are. They're promoting, you know, exercise often for good mental health, and, you know, drink lots of water. You know, hold yourself to a high capability. Whereas we live in a world now where depression, anxiety, going to therapy, taking pills is the promoted lifestyle. That's something to be proud of. I think. Whereas you know, people will dip down to that level so then they can rise back up, and then they can get that notice. You know, there's really great examples used, and I can't remember the examples off my head, but like for such an example, Vogue will be putting on drug addicts, on like recovered drug addicts who are still recovering, on their cover, and it's like, what about the people who just never took drugs?
Yeah.
But people lower their lifestyle to be noticed. Is how it works now. So he's promoting the opposite of that. It's more of a get a hold of yourself, which I think that's better. I think therapy can work for a lot of people, but there's another part of it where therapy will just tell people it's not their fault, which I think it's always your fault. It's sometimes you're put in places. I've said this before on the podcast, but I don't care. You think I care? If you're put in a place that's out of your control, of course that's not your fault. But where you go to after that is your fault. It's your responsibility to grow from that. You can't just sit in pity, which is what therapy is. So I think Tate goes against that, and that's why his speeches are actually pretty good. It's not Hitler talking about killing a bunch of people, because he doesn't do that. I know you accepted that as a bad comparison.
I didn't compare. I did not.
And I just that's not the point. It's not the point. It's not the point. And also, it's not just the fact that he's done a inspirational speech. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Dani Alves. There you go. That's a better comparison.
I love Dani
Alves. Yeah, Dani Alves raped a woman. Sorry, that's a bit big, but...
Why'd you have to drop that on me? I love Dani Alves.
Basically, Dani Alves is a football player. Brazilian right back. People like Dani Alves. He seems great. He's a good football player. But then he raped a woman, and maybe he's not so good. So... that's a better comparison.
Whoa! Why did I not hear about any of this? He's on a hunger strike because his wife's left him.
Who's on a hunger strike?
Dani Alves.
Oh well.
So he sent a letter of regret to his wife after deciding to end the marriage from prison because he's raped a woman. So he went on a hunger strike so that she'd get back. What? What am I hearing? What?
Time.
This happened months ago. Well, within the months. What?
First time.
Yeah, it is. Oh man, Dani Alves is like my favourite, like one of my favourite right backs of all time.
Yeah,
Zabaleta was always my favourite right back of all time. But Dani Alves is one of my favourites.
Yeah, well, I mean, is that a better comparison? I think that's a bit of a better comparison. But yeah, maybe I should have warned you there, but
yeah, you should have. That was mean.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's mean to you, right? Yeah. So, anyway, but
be more
my
considerate
point
of his
is,
feelings. Okay, I'm going therapy now.
Okay. No, my point is, people look at Dani Alves, for inspiration because he's a footballer. He's probably very fit, very exercises often, has a very healthy lifestyle. I am not fancying him, okay? And
I'll start using this terminology.
What do you want me to say? He could run.
He's so fit.
Could play football. I didn't say so. I just said he's fit. As in, like, he exercises a lot. That's what it is. Shut up. Right. And yeah, that's my point. Is that he's got the kind of same attitude where he's an inspirational figure, but then he goes and does that. Now he's not as good in terms. So same as Andrew Tate.
Oh yeah, sure. We're just saying you shouldn't dismiss everything he says because of it.
No, I wouldn't dismiss everything he said, but I kind of sum his character up a lot when he does stuff like that. Because you do it once, I feel like everyone can make mistakes, but I mean, I don't think trafficking's a mistake.
No. I'm not saying what he's done is not wrong. What he's allegedly done, by the way.
Yeah, not proven guilty.
Not proven. Whatever he's allegedly done isn't a good thing. I think we can agree on that.
Brandon, can we agree on that?
Brandon, what do you think?
I think he has committed terrible atrocities.
Okay.
Oh, you go.
You go,
You
girl.
go, Brandon. Look at you, girl. Yeah, well, great.
Yeah, but no matter what, I feel like you can't just go. You can't just say, "Oh, this person said this," and go, "Oh, I don't care what they said. Completely incredible, not incredible, discredible." Is that right? Oh, you're right though, Max. He is looking a little rough. Oof. Got it up on the screen right now. He needs a trim.
Yeah.
He looks. He looks. He looks. He looks Russian.
Yeah.
Above his trim, it's a very Russian trim. Yeah. I found a South Park clip. I think.
Okay.
I want to see.
Well, can't play it, but you can tell us what you think, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think you can. I think you're gonna have to mute your mic as well. I don't think you can do that either. But
I'm recording. I don't care.
okay. Well, that's good.
Okay. All right, South Park. What a great show. I love South Park. Do you guys love South Park?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay, here's the question to end out the main topic. Where do you
Okay.
see Trump and Andrew Tate in the next 5 years?
Prison.
Trump will be elected, probably.
Really?
Elected?
Yeah, he's running for re-elections.
He is he is in court though. He might.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope he's elected. I can't lie, but I don't know. That's an interesting take. So you think he'll survive these allegations then?
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay. Max?
Well, I don't think either of them will go to prison. I think Tate, he'll just live his life as he was. Maybe become quieter and quieter each day on the internet, and just live his life. And Trump, I don't know, really.
They've both
Well,
got money. They could
I don't
easily
think
disappear.
he'll go to prison.
It's a tough one. I don't think Tate will go to prison. I
No.
agree with Max. I think he'll go just quiet. Trump's a
those,
difficult one because I think their aim is to persuade him. Look, we won't win prison. You just drop out of the presidential race. I don't know if
Yeah.
Trump would do that.
No. He's got too big of a mouth.
Exactly. He's
He's
already
get
not
us all
shut up.
killed.
Yeah. So I'm interested. I'm not sure.
Trump will never go away unless he's imprisoned or killed. So, I think I think Trump's gonna be this little nagging voice in the back of everyone's head unless he is re-elected, and then he's the main voice in everyone's head.
I hope so.
So-
We need him. But I think he might go to prison for long enough so he doesn't get elected in 2024. And then after
Yeah.
that, he'll just keep doing Trump things, probably. Try get elected again. Maybe America bring in the money off the war and do what they want to do with Russia by the time Trump will be next in, and then it'd be all good. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I asked the question. I don't know the answer.
Well, there's not an answer. There's not a right or wrong or a definitive. It's just
Yeah.
it's just an opinion. But yeah.
certainly of question. I'll say that. Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting one. We'll have to check back in 5 years' time. I will not remember that.
Well, unless Trump is re-elected and it's a topic, but yeah.
Oh yeah, we definitely talk about that. Okay, it's time for the sports section. Oh yeah, what an amazing sports section transition that I inserted in the edit. Fantastic. Round of applause. Oh yeah. Congratulations. Thank you.
Sorry, my hands are full.
I slightly understand. So, let's whip up the news. So we're starting the NBA at today's headlines. If I can get them up, because my phone's being ever so slightly slow. But that's okay. That's okay. Come on, Liam. Find him. Find him before it gets really awkward and there's too much silence. And you're like, I really should have prepared for this. Maybe I'll do it next time. No, I won't do it next time. Oh no. Oh well. Where is it? I can't find
That's just
it.
annoying. That's just really annoying. Just be quiet. That was less annoying.
There it
Damn,
is.
son, where'd you find this?
Okay. So, Jimmy Butler claims the Miami Heat can beat anyone right now. We're on a 3-game win streak. I'm pretty sure. So you don't want to mess with, but I don't agree with what he said there. Even though actually, we can beat anyone. Anyone can beat anyone in the NBA. That's how it works.
With the
That's how
power
sport
of
works.
friendship.
With the power of
true.
friendship. But I will say that Jimmy Butler,
Jimmy Bitchler.
hey, watch your mouth. Jimmy Butler can beat anyone. The fourth quarter he had the other night was just ridiculous. I'm talking ridiculous. I absolutely love Jimmy Butler, and that's how I feel. So Miami are currently in 7th. Oh, I've got a massive cookies thing I can't get rid of. There you go. Where Golden State at? They're 6th in the Western Conference, 42 and 38. And I'm just saying, Miami are 43 and 37. So.
What point are you trying to make?
Yeah.
Milwaukee is still first in the East, which is fabulous. If Miami don't win the championship this year, I think I'd be rooting for Milwaukee. Because I love Giannis. Who doesn't love Giannis? But I'd also be... Oh, shut up.
Controversy. Oh no.
Although I would like Phoenix to win as well. Not because I don't care about KD. I don't care about Devin Booker. I love Chris Paul, and I know that is very contrary to you. Yeah.
No, stinky. Why?
But look, I don't care, Will. Okay. I don't care what you think.
Neither do I. Shut up. Bro.
Yeah, don't care. Don't care. Yeah, I think that's That's the table. Sacramento obviously qualified for the playoffs the other week, and they're still third. Weird. I think that's all I have to say about that. Why?
It's weird. Yeah.
Lauri Markkanen will serve in Finland's military this off-season, which is mandatory for male citizens by age 30. So I'm wishing him well. Poor guy.
Mandatory? Why is that?
Yeah. Anyone from the age of 30, that's male in Finland.
It's weird.
That's how some countries still are. Ben Gordon was arrested on. I don't see what Lauri Markkanen. I guess he's a shooter.
Okay. Yeah, as all Americans are, to be honest. But even
well, he's not American, is he? Yeah. He's been
just
spending
got to
time
know.
in America. Yeah. Poor guy, though. I mean, obviously, poor whole of Finland, but I'd hate to do that well in life, and I still have to serve my country. Oh. Ben Gordon was arrested on weapons and threatening charges after he began behaving erratically in a Connecticut juice shop.
Right.
Ben Gordon of the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
Of Chicago Bulls, sorry. He's pictured. Well, pick your team. Yeah. Grounded. It was pick your favorite. My favorite's not the Bulls or Charlotte Hornets.
The Detroit Pistons.
I'd prefer Detroit over this. He was wrestled to the ground by 5 cops.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm not surprised. He's an NBA player. I don't care if he's even 5'6" and a point guard. He'd still probably take a few people on, wouldn't he? But
yeah, and he had weapons on him.
But then again, a man with a weapon. If you don't know how to use the weapon and you're not strong, I mean, you're not going to get very far.
No, yeah, that's true.
It's like a child. If you give a child a gun, they'll probably shoot themselves. It's not intentional.
I would have definitely done that as a kid. I'm so grateful I didn't grow up in America. Oh yeah, I'm watching the video right now. It looks like they tried to lift him. I don't know why they tried to do that.
Oopsie daisy.
Trying to bring him to the heavens. So yeah,
Religious?
he was checked into. He had a mental health evaluation at a local hospital. He was released on a $10,000 bond.
Bounty.
Bound.
Get him, boys. We'll
Yeah.
let him free. You catch him.
It's a mini game. He's been hit with 8.
It's not even the main. It's the
No,
mini
no.
game.
Oh, he's not a superstar, is he?
That's mean.
The 40-year-old has since been hit with 8 total criminal charges. Yep. One of those counts were misdemeanor.
Right.
He addressed it on his Instagram page. I don't know what he's going to say in that. I'm not going to play it because of that. So yeah. Whoa! What's all these attacks? Which attack am I reading? There's like multiple. He's done what? This is a common occurrence apparently. I didn't know this. So the recent one was a juice shop. He also attacked McDonald's. That was when he. When was this? This was late last year.
Okay.
And he was arrested in 2020 as well. And that was also an again example. So he's been arrested before that. After hitting his 10-year-old son multiple times at the airport. It's not funny.
At the airport?
But yeah. This was right before COVID actually. It's ridiculous. And right after that, right after hitting his son, he got in a heated argument with they phrased it like this, an adult female friend, and grabbed her cell phone, which injured the woman's finger and eye.
What?
What happened there?
What? How'd he grab it?
I don't know. He poked her finger by accident after. I don't know.
That is like some. Do you know that kid that had his phone smacked out of his hands by Cristiano Ronaldo? That's like that. It's like, my son's fingers hurt. Shut up, man. You just money. That's all you care about in this. You don't care about your son's fingers. Shut up.
To be fair, you're probably true there, but Ben Gordon doesn't have the best record.
No,
either.
but then
He's not
Ben Gordon, you probably think, well, I mean, yeah, mark down anything, but this woman's probably not, wanting money. She's probably just very hurt. So
yeah. From being poked in the eye.
Yeah.
He was in 2018 he was punished for going on it's phrased like this, bizarre fire alarm rampage.
Me when they force us out into the cold.
So he freaked out in it was 2017, sorry. It's written in 2018. So he freaked out, I don't know what over, and he just pulled a bunch of fire alarms. At his apartment. What?
Oh. Okay.
They raced to the scene because loads of fire alarms had gone off, but then he was arrested because there's nothing happening.
Oh, because he's just like, yep, I like pulling fire alarms. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah. He got 18 months probation for that. But he made $84 million in his career, so the fines weren't a deal. $84 million. For what? He made video threats and was hospitalized. He had a robbery case.
What?
Also in 2017.
That's the most concerning one. Unless it's for like something invaluable, that's the most concerning one. Sorry, you've earned $84 million.
Yeah, he flashed a knife at the manager of his old apartment because he wanted to get his deposit back, which was 4 figures.
Right.
So they arrested him on the spot for that after he fled the scene.
Yeah.
That's all I can find for now. So I didn't know any of that. So
we've all learned a bit there, haven't we? But God,
I've been getting back into wrestling actually, which is technically classed as a sport, although I'd say it's more entertainment. I didn't know this, and I watched WrestleMania. WWE apologizes for showing Auschwitz footage during a WrestleMania promo.
Sorry. What, accidentally? My arse, like what?
I don't know what happened. Oh, what? So the company faced backlash from. I didn't watch the whole of WrestleMania, by the way. I watched just the games. I didn't watch the promos. The company faced backlash from fans, media, and even the Auschwitz Memorial once it became clear they used the image to promote Rey Mysterio versus his son's match.
Okay.
They said they had no idea the image was used, and I've just I've got it on record here for the podcast, for the video. It's very, very clear. A full screen image of Auschwitz. I don't know. I have no clue why. I want to know why.
Okay.
So this is what someone said. So WWE used footage of Auschwitz in the Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio video package that aired on its pre-show.
Dominic.
Yeah, that's his son's name.
Johnny.
It's quite funny actually because he put out a tweet in 2012 when 2K13 came out, and he was on the cover, and he goes, "Let me get the exact quote up actually." And did I send it to the group chat? I think I did, and I don't think you guys saw it.
Yeah.
Finally got a copy of WWE 13.
No, I saw it. Yeah,
Can't wait to play it tonight on the bus. Wait, on the bus? Oh, on the that they go on, not just Stagecoach. And can't wait to beat my kids as well. Enjoy 619 even. Sorry. I've got the video here. Obviously, you guys can't see it, but here's for the.
Mommy, bail me out. Hey, I won't make it in jail.
I won't make it in jail. Sorry.
Oh no! Oh, that's terrible. So the promo is that his son gets arrested, right? In the story, for footage of the prison they used at Auschwitz. Multiple images of Auschwitz. Why? How is that?
Out of anywhere you could have picked.
How does that accidentally happen?
It doesn't accidentally happen. They've used it and like, wow, this looks great.
Oh, that's bad. Yep. So that happened.
That did happen, yes. Not good.
No.
So
carrying on. Yep, these are not interesting. Paul George is considering going into acting. That's funny. Hopefully goes into comedy. LeBron and AD have not played more than 5 games in a row together over the past 2 seasons.
That is not good.
No.
I mean, then again, if the Lakers are winning games, it shows they're not relying on either one as much, which is probably a good thing. But when they're supposed to be your main stars, that's also a bad thing. So.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, Lakers are doing better, but yeah, all that they gave away for AD, and of course they got the chip. And,
yeah.
Surely they want to keep going. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they'd want to keep going from what they've already obtained, but yeah, no, they're not playing enough together. But even though they're not, they're still doing well. So you've just got to take it on the head and think, you know, we're playing well, but we're not playing enough together. And once we get to the point where they do play together a lot, then surely they're going to be like even better than they are doing now. So can only look up, I guess.
I don't want to look up about the Lakers organization. They crash and burn.
No one does. But still, you get my point.
Oh yeah.
Think about it with the Miami Heat. Think about it with the Miami Heat, and think in 2 years' time, if I was to predict the future, they're going to sign Giannis. They're already doing well, but they're going to sign Giannis, so they can only do better. There you go. They're going.
Remember when we were linked with Giannis?
Yeah, that was never going to happen. With no one, to be honest.
No, he's too loyal. But I think if he was going to go to anyone, he might have actually gone to the Heat.
Maybe.
I think he would have.
Know.
I think he would have.
You were hoping he would have.
No, I know. No, the links were strong. They were good. Tim Hardaway Sr., the legend.
Yes.
Talking of Miami, Heat legend. He obviously Tim Hardaway Jr., his son, plays for the Mavericks, and Mr. Hardaway does not care. And ripped apart his teammates, saying Luka and Kyrie are not leaders. The organization is missing a leader, and that's why they suck.
Okay.
Which is I can imagine how awkward his son feels at the moment going into the locker room. But he did speak out and go, I have no clue what my dad is going on about.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're not going to look at him crazy and go, "What have you just said?" Because he hasn't. His dad
Oh
has.
yeah.
But it is a bit awkward when it's like going to parents' evening and then your parent starts talking about how you're so silly at home and you're normally very kind if you've been acting bad at school. It's like, what are you on about? Just shut up. Just listen to the teacher and let's leave, please. You don't know what they're on about. You don't want them to talk. It's the same situation. It's like an awkward parents' evening. Just shut up, Dad. Let me do my thing at school. So I don't think it'll affect anyone's relationship with anyone. Well, I'm hoping it doesn't, especially with the Mavericks, because imagine he loses his contract over that, that'd be really weird. But
I don't think it'll go that far, but I think there'd just be that looming tension. There's already tension building in that locker room, and his dad going out and saying all that stuff. You're like, check your dad. You know?
please check him.
Yeah.
See, he's all right. We need to get him in the hospital as bumming out. Check he's not got any mental health disorders or anything.
Maybe not that far, but okay.
We don't know. All right, check it.
Yeah. Embiid is getting more likely to become MVP, as a lot of players are believe he's the MVP, and a lot of major voters are also planning on voting Embiid, which is great. I'm very pro MVP Embiid.
Yeah, no, I would agree as well. He should have won it like many times already, but
yeah,
it's just how it's gone. And I think I would definitely be happy to accept that. I mean, if we had one where over like the MVPs that should have had it but haven't had it yet, he is one of them. He just should have had it, but he hasn't. So he wins it. That's completely deserved.
Yeah, I agree. I really do. Yeah, it's gonna be I'm hoping. I'm fingers crossing. Well, I'm hoping for Jimmy Butler, but
okay, no.
Andrew Wiggins will not play for the rest of the regular season, per Steve Kerr. Yeah, well, you know, he sucks anyway. So.
Whoa! All right, we can't suck Jimmy Butler off and then shit on someone.
Hey, don't compare those two.
I'm not comparing.
Steph Curry is a very good player.
Yes, I'm not. I'm just saying you've been saying lovely things about one of the players on your team, and then as soon as it comes over to someone on my team, you shit on them. So I'd like a bit more.
But it's not an attack on Golden State. It's an attack on Andrew Wiggins.
I don't mind Andrew Wiggins. I
do.
At his best. The point. I think he's been at his best since he's come to Golden State, and I think he's played well. I mean, he's won a championship. He's won more championship than Jimmy Butler has recently. So,
but that wasn't because of him. So.
No, it wasn't. Well, he did play well, but.
It wasn't.
So what? It was all Stephen Curry. He's got 150 points a game. But we're getting off topic.
It was mainly Curry, though. And because Tatum just didn't appear in the finals. But
yeah, but Tatum doesn't appear when they need it. Tatum, scores 61 random game against a team. Insert team here. I don't care. Wizards. Cool. Wizards are good. Wizards are good now.
Wizards are good? No, they're not.
Wizards are great. I love the Wizards. Come on, Wizards. Yes, 12th in my in the league, first in my heart in the East. Come on, Wizards. Oh, they're in the West.
Oh, that threw me off then.
What?
I was looking at basketball reference and looking at looking at the Wizards, and it said coached by Wes Unseld. I was like, wait, he's dead.
No.
It's his son, yeah. It didn't say junior though. It didn't say junior until I proper clicked on it. I was like, how is he doing that? He's dead. How does that work? What's the science in this, huh? Know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you.
Okay. Anyway.
Shut up! Reggie Bullock purchased a 5-acre island, and he called it Bullock Island.
Next one.
That's it for basketball.
Bingo!
Bingo. Oh no!
Right,
Oh wait,
on
a few
to
more,
darts
few more, quickly. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Kyrie wants to stay in Dallas, and I don't understand why.
Shot.
Yeah, it's weird. The Mavericks reportedly miss Jalen Brunson a lot. And do you know who said that?
Go on.
Not an inside reporter. Luka Doncic himself.
Okay. Right. Right. I think Jalen Brunson is fine. Do I think that a team would miss him desperately? No.
I mean, they were doing far better with Jalen Brunson.
Yeah. They would.
Just because Kyrie's a primary ball handler. Why did they get him? I don't understand.
Yeah, I think it was just a situation, really. And you see Kyrie wants to come to your team, you're like, yeah. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I love Kyrie, but I never thought it'd work out, and it's not. But I don't know. Jalen Brunson's averaging 24 points per game at the moment, so it's nothing to huff at.
Mm.
Yeah. What else? There's still no timetable for Zion's return. Wow.
Is there ever going to be a timetable? Zion won't return.
The shock on my face.
I just shat myself.
Oh.
Okay, sorry. I don't like to include anything I'm playing when we're doing the podcast. Just gonna say, I shat myself. So carry on.
Fair enough. That's it for basketball. What's happening in the football world? World.
Wait, what about darts?
Go on, get going. Update us on darts, Max. You can join
We
in.
meant it.
Yeah, what's
Darts,
happening in
you
the dart
see.
world?
I don't actually know. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for the dart section.
Right. On to whatever else is next.
Okay, thank you. Right,
That was a
what
good
is
transition, Max. Congrats.
Yeah, it was alright.
For some reason, Pep was asked in his interview today, why has he never been sacked? What stupid question. He said,
What do you-
it's not because my hair is better.
Yeah, okay.
City will wear their third kit against Southampton tomorrow, which is useless information to those listening, but I don't care! Shut up! And Haaland will be ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, that was like literally when they did an update. The one notification that came up after he'd done the interview, it was like follow the interview
Yeah.
here. After the interview had finished, it was just notification. Haaland is ready. Location. It's like,
Haaland is ready is the quote, yeah. What
Yeah.
quote?
yeah. I mean, people. His return is like the main superheroes coming back. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, we did good without him, but it is
Oh
exciting.
yeah, that Liverpool game. Wow, So proud of us, and I love Alvarez. I do. I mean, he wasn't the best player in that game, but he was just fantastic as well.
I mean,
it's just
you
because
say it
everyone
wasn't. Yeah, but you say it wasn't the best. Like,
Oh, that's
who
not
was
a
the
criticism.
best? It's just no. I'm
Yeah.
saying who was the best? Everyone was just
Oh,
brilliant.
I'd give the edge to Mahrez, but yeah, like you said, it's very very difficult. Because, I mean, Grealish, Diaz. I'm not going to list names because everyone was fantastic. I'll be like, right, what was the starting 11? Who came off the bench?
Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wayne Rooney. Oh, don't get me started
yeah.
about Wayne Rooney. Absolutely majestic. Yeah. The Etihad Stadium is set to be named as a host venue for the Euro bid in 2028, ahead of Old Trafford, and I'm glad that's been cleared up because I think we all got that, except for United fans who are like, oh, but our stadium has status. It's like, yes, but it needs to accompany people. So
yeah, that's a point.
Pep said if we drop points, Arsenal will be champions, and he doesn't care.
Oh. Okay.
I absolutely love Pep.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, right? We win Champions League. Don't care what else happens. You can sell all of our best players, win us a Champions League, Pep. Please, just do that. I'll be happy.
He did pretty much say that if we don't win the Prem, then it's just force end Champions League then. So no problem.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What? Oh wow. I mean, the FA Cup's nice and all, but what? You win the FA Cup and that's that. I mean, cool, but no. I'd rather be holding up the lovely Champions League with you know.
Yeah. I'd
else.
rather win the Prem every year, but I'd love if we win the Champions League. I won't exactly be crying either way, though. You know.
Yeah.
Gareth Taylor has won the Women's Manager of the Month award for City for March.
Deserved.
Yes,
Deserved.
brilliant. I'm glad the women's team's doing better again. As of late, obviously, the start of the season a bit rocky. With having so many players sold and not many brought in, so the fact that they're catching up is absolutely fantastic. It's just a shame the only women's game I've seen this season was the derby, where it was incredibly boring and we drew 1-1. So,
yeah, but it's been Bonnie Shaw as well. She's been just massive goal scoring form, been absolutely on fire. I don't know what's happened, but she's just the woman Haaland or something. I don't know. It's been mad.
Yeah, she won Player of the Month as well, didn't she?
She won
very
Player
deservedly.
of the Month as well. There you go.
Yeah. Fantastic. Great player.
Yeah.
She actually did score at that game we went to as well. So even when we were doing bad, she's still scoring. So, you know,
Yeah.
there is connections there between the two, eh?
Yeah. There you go. But no, very, very good this season.
Yeah.
So,
Gonna win it.
yeah, gonna win it.
And KDB got named in FIFA's Team of the Week. I don't really care, but that I'm good for Kev.
He did. It was
How's his card?
It was 94 rated Team of the Week. The image was cool.
He's very smiley.
He's very smiley. It's nice though, because it's kind of just on the final run up to the end of the game. To be honest, now I feel like I think it's this stage where we're getting very close. I mean, there's been a 97 Zinedine Zidane released today. So when that's getting really, it's coming to the end. So a 94 KDB has no impact on the game whatsoever, but it's a deserved Team of the Week. He played very well against Liverpool, and just recently played very, very well. So
Kind of have to give it him. They didn't have much of a choice.
Yeah.
He was fab.
No, Even very good. I mean, scoring the second goal against Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
Which came up 10 seconds in, but very good, very good.
Of course, it was his passing was just
Just
KDB
Alvarez's
passing.
was
Yeah.
KDB level.
Yeah, that's not talked about enough. Alvarez's passing. It's been present since he's joined us. It's really good. It's really good.
It is top level passing. I mean, he's obviously his pressing's quite a major thing.
Yeah,
And that's what gets commented on. But I still think god damn, look at the pass, man. It's just something else.
yeah, he is fantastic. He's got it all, really, hasn't he? I guess he's not got the size. That's why we've got Haaland.
No, that's
strength.
one thing.
Well,
yeah.
that's not the only thing Haaland's good for. Of course not. But it's amazing we have that pairing. I really feel like a kid again that we've got. How we had Aguero and Dzeko type thing.
That is, yeah. You're making me think now. Stop,
Yeah.
honestly.
Making you reminisce.
Oh, there we go. Sorry to interrupt. Burnley have been promoted. They have just won 2-1 against Middlesbrough
Whoa.
a minute ago. So Burnley are now in the Premier League next season.
Hey! Shout out Burnley.
Vincent, shout out Vincent.
Yeah,
Vince.
shout out Vincent. Yeah. Yes, they
Big
did.
Vince.
That did happen.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say about that.
happen.
But yeah, I'm so happy for Vinny. Obviously, you knew it was going to happen, but you want it to happen, don't you? You want to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, very happy for Vinny. Absolute legend. It was amazing to see him at the Etihad. He looked blessed. Yeah. Oh, hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm so glad it's worked out for him at Burnley. Obviously, he's got the Premier League step up now, which is going to be such a challenge for him. Especially considering he plays such attacking football, and he won't stop at that because he didn't stop against us, did he? Which is very admirable. They opened in 20 minutes against us. I was like, what? I know they're a good team, and I've seen them play. But the way they played against us in that opening 20 minutes, it's like, wow, they're really pushing us here. They're playing really well. So I think they'll do well, because you have to consider City's the best team in the world, and they held us off for 20 minutes. So imagine them against United. They're going to win, well, I know they lost, but, they've improved since then. They're going to win 4-0 next time.
It was just bad things, grass was too tall. It rained.
Yes, yeah.
It was, yeah. The Jurgen Klopp, you'll get me. Not that Jurgen Klopp's listening, but he understands. Jurgen Klopp, right? He gets the ruler out, measures the grass, checks the weather forecast beforehand. He makes sure that the nets are on the line. Can't be in front of the line, all right? And he goes around the whole stadium, and he makes sure that there's only a certain number of seats. All right, because that would be unfair. Too many fans, the atmosphere too loud, players distracted. Can't work like that. So, Jurgen understands. Jurgen would get me.
Jurgen's that guy, and I'm surprised he didn't complain about anything about the City game, but I guess we just humbled him.
Yeah. I mean, they just gave up after 3-1.
Yeah, it was embarrassing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Could have easily been more, but Pep respects his opponents, and also, we don't want anyone injured, so.
Yeah, true.
But again, the March Awards Premier League joke. Saka wins Player of the Month. I don't think any City players got nominated, did they?
No City players.
No. Arteta won Manager of the Month. I mean, I'd give it Pep, but okay. Johnny got Goal of the Month. I'm not going to play it because I know I will get a copyright strike off the Premier League.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I haven't seen it. I don't really care. And Aaron Ramsdale got Save of the Month. That's such a stupid category.
Save of the month.
Yeah.
I mean,
Delete that.
yeah. I mean, it's a bit pointless.
Has Haaland only won one player of the month? What the fuck?
Yeah. Has it even been one? Like,
No, he won one at the very start in August.
oh right, yeah.
Look at the stats they listed: 9 goals, 2 hat tricks. They had a hat trick section. That's I saw both of those hat tricks live, just to brag as well.
Oh, okay.
How many has Rashford got? Oh my, what? 1,
Yeah, no, Rashford has got like 3 or 4.
2,
3 now.
3. Yeah, 3. He's probably going to
Three.
get another as well. Ridiculous. They didn't know what to credit him for last month. They credited him with a brace. They're the brace section. 1 brace. Are you? What are you doing? Are you tickling me? What are you talking about here?
I'm not.
I hope not.
What? I'm
What's
really
happening
not.
over here?
I don't
Honestly,
know.
but the Premier League don't know what they're talking about. City should win every award every month, especially since we've become good. That's the way life goes. Am I right?
No.
City's top goal scorers this month. Not this month. This season. In all competitions, Kevin De Bruyne 7, Mahrez 12, Julian Alvarez 12, Phil Foden 13. Shout out to Foden. That's really great. Not that the others aren't great either, but I'm just glad Phil be getting them goals. Haaland 42. So you know it's pretty
a bit of a
close.
jump.
Yeah.
Well,
Newcastle,
you
West
know.
Ham, Fulham, and Brentford are showing an interest in Taylor Harwood-Bellis, who City would consider selling if he doesn't agree to a new contract.
Boo. Boo.
Although it's likely. So here we go. Burnley are also hoping to bring back Harwood-Bellis to the club next season, and Vincent Kompany is hopeful that City will sanction a deal, whether it be a loan or a permanent deal. Although Harwood-Bellis would like to make a grade at City, he recognises he is some way down the pecking order. So he still wants to be at City. So I don't see why, if City want to give him a contract and he wants to play at City, I don't see why he won't sign a contract, and we will probably give him another year at Burnley. Because why not? He won't play anytime soon. Maybe we will actually if we don't find a replacement for Laporte and Laporte does go. That'll be interesting.
Going?
Possibly. I think Pep's got a new system anyway with this 3 at the back, and I think he really wants to go into it next season. That's why we're not seeing Laporte play, and Laporte really can't play left-sided centre-back / left-back, really. Especially not to the level of Ake.
No one can play to the level of Ake in
That's
anything.
true. No, that is true. That is true. But I think Pep really wants all. The only player who doesn't mind not playing every role in the world is Ruben Diaz, because it's Ruben Diaz, and he's just the ultimate pure centre back, isn't he? Whereas Laporte is an amazing centre back. There's no doubt about it. But he does have then he's not exactly versatile. And I think that's a problem with Pep. He can allow room for 1 not so versatile player. 2, you don't know about that. You don't know about that. And I mean, hopefully the best case scenario is that Laporte does learn the role, and we have a Laporte who's more versatile, and we still have Laporte because we love Laporte. So
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you gotta love him. Yeah, you gotta love him. What's happening outside of the football world before we move on? Of course, Frank Lampard has signed a contract as Chelsea's new manager until next June.
Well, it's an interim, isn't it? It's a bit of an interim thing. It's not like he is the manager man. He is just the interim manager man.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So he'll be in charge. I was about to say he'll be in charge for 2 months as they look for a long-term project head coach. I think that's just still a bad idea on Lampard's part.
Yeah, why did he get sacked again? Oh wait, because he got
couldn't
sacked.
handle it. Yeah, he couldn't handle it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Graham Potter was never gonna make it to the end of the season.
No.
I believe in giving managers time, and of course he didn't have the team that he needed. But yeah, he couldn't have done. He could have done worse, but he could have done much worse. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
What was going on with Chelsea? Of course, Conte gone. He sent a letter to the
Conte
Spurs
gone.
fans, which he definitely didn't write.
He
Yeah.
does not care.
No,
He has been in
hates
too many
Spurs.
jobs to care.
Yeah, he also hates Spurs completely.
He hates the team. He hates the yeah. He does not like them.
Yeah. Ancelotti's possible future with Brazil, starting to look a little more possible. He says he loves it at Madrid, but he's very he said delighted that Brazil want him. So
Yeah.
it's a match I can definitely see happening. Brendan Rodgers, of course, parted ways with Leicester.
Yeah.
I feel for him for a little bit, but it was the right decision. His time was up. I just don't know who they're gonna get. Who they're gonna get?
Jurgen Klopp.
Oh yeah. Well, as long as the grass is
we
good
need the-
there.
Yeah, we need the train of ex-Liverpool managers into Leicester.
Oh, that'd be great.
But
yeah.
because remember they were singing "You're gonna get sacked in the morning." Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did a great job at Leicester. Well, almost. He was the almost manager, wasn't he? He was constantly.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Like 2 years in a row, he bottled the Champions League, didn't he? I was so mad.
Mm.
And yeah, that is what happened. And of course, Nagelsmann is a favourite to be the Chelsea manager at the start of next year.
Right. Yeah, it was either Spurs or Chelsea for Nagelsmann, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's kind of the fighting point. It's one or the other, obviously. So it's just who will get the Nagelsmann? Who will get him? Who knows? But it's the argument of, do you want a team with a lot of money but isn't doing the best right now? They've also got a lot of potential, or the team that doesn't want to sell anybody ever and is currently in a Champions League spot.
I would definitely go Chelsea. Like, no doubt about it.
Yeah, it's also
I feel so trapped in Spurs.
Yeah, you've kind of got that season of not playing Champions League at Chelsea. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Or coaching it. Obviously, unless they win the Champions League, but Chelsea win the Champions League, I give up.
To be fair,
give
no
up.
European football makes it easier for me than the next season in
No,
the Premier League.
not at all.
What?
What?
If I was a Chelsea manager and I had no European football,
Yeah.
that would make my Premier League season easier.
Nope.
You on crack?
No, meth.
Oh, okay. And that concludes the section. Yeah, epic. That was a good sports section, for sure. Yes. Oh yeah. Onto the history section.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Oh!
You son of a bitch.
Spin the wheel.
We've
Do
had
it
our
now, do it
first
now.
spin the wheel. What's
Spin
it
the
gonna
wheel.
be? Hold on. Where's my wheel? There it is. I've got to take Andrew Tate off it.
Oh yeah, please do. Forever take that
Forever.
off, please.
There is 4 options because I didn't get enough. Here we go. What are we gonna get? Dun 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 dun. Oh, dare. You gotta dare. You gotta dare. I wasn't recording. Sorry.
What?
You gotta dare.
What's? Oh, I got a dare. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you gotta dare. So I got a list up
What's the dare?
right here of 250 truth or dare questions. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get a random number generator, and you have to do the dare. Hopefully it's something we can do over the mic. Otherwise we'll just keep going.
Yeah, that's something to think about.
Yeah. Okay. Between 1 and 250.
£1,000, you can win.
51. What is 51? Why is it only going up to 40? What?
What is this? Oh my goodness.
Oh, there's 250 truth questions and there's 40 dares. Okay, that
Oh.
makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it again.
Okay.
9. Okay. 9. Okay, that doesn't work. Just let the person on your right draw on your face.
Hello, person on my right. Here's the permanent marker. Now, I want you to draw a penis. Yeah, we can't do that one, sadly. I mean, well, maybe not sadly.
Call a friend. You've got number 17. Call a friend. Pretend it's their birthday and sing happy birthday to them.
Here we go. Here we go. Right. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh. I don't think your friend picks up.
Oh, God's sake, Brandon.
Welcome to the EE voicemail.
Looks like you have to.
Right, let me let me get my other friend up. Let me get my other friend up.
Hello?
Still ringing. Oh, God damn it. Just want to say happy birthday. He won't pick up.
The number you have called is not recognized. Please check the number. If you need help, call the operator on 100
Do you need
for your
help?
mobile. The number you have called is not recognized. Please check the number. If you need help, call the operator on 100.
She's just repeating herself now. Right, let me get. Okay. Who do I call now?
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Oh, God damn.
Alright.
Who do I don't have any other friends. Oh, I have one
Call
more
anyone,
friend.
it don't have to be a friend.
Here we go.
Whoa. Who's this? Yo!
Oh,
What are you doing?
happy
Happy birthday! I did it. I did the dare.
That was incredible. Thank you. That
Honestly,
was the wheel.
I was kind of gonna shit myself. I felt like I was gonna have to call someone not in on the joke, and they were actually going to like get out of bed and be like,
Oh.
What do you want?
If it wasn't 8:15, we would have made it the 10:15. It would have been the rule, but it's too late to be doing that.
I know who I would have called instantly. It was, yeah, but oh, thank God! At least thank God. I would have generally kept calling. I would have kept calling. I would have kept calling anyway. But so at least someone picked up. So there you go. Right.
I'm not
Brandon's
that
history
mean.
section. I'm guessing. I guess we're into the history section.
Brandon's history section. Woo!
Yeah,
You go, Brandon.
best section.
Oh, it is. Except for the spin the wheel now.
section.
Spin the wheel has taken over.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. Today's history is about the Falklands. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about the Falklands.
Well, the Falklands was discovered by an English mariner called John Strong after he was ordered to find a Spanish shipwreck in Chile because we hate the Spaniards, so we'll take their money.
Yes.
Very much so.
Whoa! Sorry, I looked up John Strong. Then he's a porno actor.
Oh.
I imagine that in history. You're like, can I have John Strong up? He's a. Yeah. I mean, then again, it probably blocks that, but yeah. Oh, can we be back in high school now, just for a minute? Just go tell Miss Manson, hey, search him up.
Did some research on
Anyway.
John Strong tonight.
Yeah, do some, yeah. Please.
Carry on.
Yeah, well, he bumped into the island by accident and named it after the Viscount of Falklands, who was one of the owners of the Welfare, which was a ship that he sailed under.
Okay.
And although the English weren't the first to discover Falklands, they were the first to write it down. So they established a colony in 1765 called Port Egmont, but were unaware that the French had also discovered the island and had done the same a year earlier. So they were actually unaware of each other's existence until, presumably, one day they had an awkward moment where they ran into each other. So, yeah. So anyway, the Spanish showed up, and they told the French that a couple hundred years earlier, the Pope drew a line on a map, and he said, hey, everything on the left is
I thought you were going to say in the sand. He drew a line in the sand. He was like, do not cross this line. This is your section. This is your section. Don't cross it. Or Jesus will bring his wrath down.
Yeah, he drew a line on a map and said everything on the left was Spain's and everything on the right was Portugal's. And the island was in Spain's territory, and they wanted the French to basically hand over the settlement. Since the two were really good friends and often stole fish from the British with each other, and Spain was willing to pay a large amount of money for the territory, the French agreed. But because they were still sore losers from the previous 7 years' war that the British won, because we're the best, they made sure to warn the Spanish about not letting the British take over. So, anyway, Spain explained the same thing but to the English, and they said this is our island, and the British said no because we discovered it, but Spain had more guns, so they kicked us off anyway. But then England threatened to go to war, so Spain gave them back the settlement, but still said that it was their island, even though the British protested to that. So it was very
Make your mind up.
back and
forth.
Then some small things happened. I don't know, the American Revolution caused the British
Very
to leave
small.
the islands to go focus on that. And other very, very small, menial things that you shouldn't care about, like the Napoleonic War, forced
small.
the Spanish to go back to Spain to fight for their country, and that left the entire island completely uninhabited for some decades, except for a few penguins. And,
We like
owls.
penguins.
Yeah.
We do.
That's it. We like penguins.
Yeah, we like penguins.
That's the end of the history section. The moral of this story is we like penguins. Carry on.
Anyway, fast forward to 1976, is it? In fact, no,
How am I
no,
supposed to
no.
know?
I'm getting ahead of myself. No, a merchant from Hamburg, that's it. A merchant from Hamburg called Louis Varney,
Okay.
who was living in the newly independent United Provinces of Rio de la Plata, I believe. Nowadays Argentina. I heard about the cattle roaming free in the Falklands, and he saw it as an easy way to make money, because he was a businessman.
That
So
is
we got
just
permission.
all of them.
Yeah, so he got permission from both Buenos Aires and the British government to set up trade as a private venture there. And then sometime later, American ships were going down hunting for whales, and Vernet wasn't happy about that. So he asked Buenos Aires for some military assistance, and instead they just gave him some guns and said, "Do it yourself." So that's what he did. He seized the US ships and arrested their crews, and in response, two things happened. One, America came down and said, "What a nice settlement you have, it's beautiful." Oh no, cannonball! Yeah, they just destroyed his
Yeah,
entire
they said,
town.
"Oh no, cannonball," and then it landed on them.
Oh no, cannonball, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. And then, two, because Varney was appointed governor by Buenos Aires of the island, that basically meant that Argentina now was claiming the island as theirs. So the British kicked him off the island. So yay. And the Falklands remained firmly British for the next century. It was officially crowned as a colony of the British Empire, or the Commonwealth, in 18...
What up? What did I miss?
Oh well.
I forgot to shut up.
Will called me instead, and we're on the history section. We're doing the Falklands.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So, so anyway, they were officially crowned as a colony in 1840, and its capital became Port Stanley in 1845. And in 1851, they imported sheep because it was a lot more profitable.
Okay.
And 2 World Wars, very small things. 2 World Wars went by all that time. The Argentinians never ascended their claims over the islands. But now, fast forward to 1976, and after a couple civil wars, a new brutal military dictatorship, which was sponsored by the US, by the way, to fight against communism, has taken control of Argentina. And by 1981, Leopoldo Galtieri, I don't know how to say his name, was in power.
Leopoldo Galtieri, I think.
Yeah. So, for Argentina, the economy had never been well. It had been struggling for a very long time. Galtieri had been unable to improve the situation. So, here's a tip for a dictator. If you ever find yourself as a brutal military leader of a struggling South American country and you start getting into hot water.
Sounds very specific.
Here's a bit of advice that has been tried and tested through the centuries. Start a war to distract everyone from their misery. So Gualtieri knew how popular he would be if he finally took back Argentina's Las Malvinas, which is the Falklands, but for them. So there had been proposals at that time to cut British military spending, and the ice patrol vessel HMS Endurance had been withdrawn from the area. So now was pretty much the perfect time to attack. So that's exactly what they did. After easily capturing the largely uninhabited South Georgia island, 600 Argentine troops were sent to the Falklands, and a small number of Royal Marines stationed there put up a bit of a fight, but eventually had to surrender. So that's how the war would have ended, because Argentina basically saw that as a victory, and that they won the war, and they basically celebrated. But,
really?
but they didn't take into who was in charge of Britain at the time. It was Margaret Thatcher.
Close the mines.
Yeah, she's a very controversial Prime Minister, but I think everyone could agree that she was tough.
Yeah.
So, immediately she declared an exclusion zone around the island and organised a task force of over 100 ships. 100 to sail for the Falklands. That's a lot of ships. You don't know. The UN expressed concern at the Argentinian invasion. All South American nations backed Argentina except for Chile, for some reason.
That's odd, seen as their neighbours. But...
Yeah. And the US, because the US had propped up the Argentinian dictatorship, Reagan went to Thatcher and asked her to stand down.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they didn't do anything bad, they just invaded us, you know. She said no. Spoilers, she said no. So,
Just in case you're catching up.
So war it was. So flying over an 8,000 miles from home, flying over that distance, that was a logistical challenge to say the least. So what they did was they requisitioned civilian cruise ships and containers, and they used the British-owned Ascension Island as their forward base, which is near Africa, basically. It's near Africa. But by the time they arrived to the Falklands on the 1st of May, the Argentinians had already entrenched themselves and put mines all over the fucking place. So, yeah. So the first objective for the British was to gain naval superiority, which they did really easily. And on the 2nd of May, a British submarine sank an Argentinian cruiser. The sinking was controversial because it happened outside the British exclusion zone. Which, you know, is very bad, because they literally set the exclusion zone, but, you know. And in addition to that, it was also the largest loss of life in a single incident during the war, as it killed 323 soldiers, which doesn't sound like a lot, but compared to the overall casualties throughout the entirety of the war, that's a lot. So yeah.
Yeah.
In response, the Argentinian Navy withdrew from the island, which led the British on to the next task, which was to gain air superiority. This was a lot more difficult, because the Argentinians still had their air bases, but all that the British had was their carriers, which held a few airplanes on. So they had to basically try and gain air superiority somehow. So, because the Argentinians still had air superiority, they were able to deal considerable damage to the Navy. And days after sinking the Argentinian cruiser, they performed a raid on the HMS Sheffield and sunk it with an Exocet missile. Which, yeah, crazy. But yeah, they inflicted heavy casualties across the boards, pretty much. So while the battle in the skies raged on, San Carlos was chosen as the best landing site for British invasion, and an SAS raid took out Argentinian forces on Pebble Island, and the HMS Alacrity sailed through the Falklands Sound, which is just the strait that divides the two separate islands that make up the Falklands, and they destroyed all of the Argentinian supply ships, so they cut supply, pretty much. Then the landings began on the 21st of May, with Argentinian aircraft carrying out major raids across the Navy, which damaged several ships and sunk a few. But anti-aircraft cannons and sea harriers shot down many of the aircraft, which allowed for a successful beachhead to be performed. Then the ground troops began their movement out of San Carlos and towards two strategic areas. So their main idea was, they wanted to capture Port Stanley, as that was their main port, their main town. It was pretty much the only thing they had left for supply, because it was pretty barren. Just like home. Yeah. And then the second place they wanted to do was they wanted to go down to an Argentinian stronghold, which was called Goose Green. And in the following battles, a clear trend emerged. So the Argentinian conscripts put up a good fight, and with rough, muddy terrain, it was by no means easy for the British. But the British had highly skilled Royal Marine commanders and parachute regiment troops. So, because even though the British would find themselves fighting larger numbers of Argentinian troops, they would still come out on top because they were just bare. Equipment-wise, skill-wise, they were just bare. So, after a 14-hour-long battle for Goose Green, which commenced on the night of May 28th, the battle ended in a decisive victory for the British, with over 900 Argentinians surrendering. Sorry, I am dying verbally.
You're doing a good job.
No, don't worry about it. We're all getting it in, so don't think about that.
Then because they won at Goose Green, they sent 5,000 more reinforcements to arrive from the 5th Infantry Brigade to start preparing for their final assault on Port Stanley. So in a series of hard-fought battles, they actually took control of the hills and mountains that surrounded the town, which forced the Argentinians to withdraw into the port, which was being shelled by the British Navy, which surrounded them completely. So they were starving, being shelled, had barely any cover. So, because of that, on the 14th of June, the Argentinians surrendered, and the war was over. It was won. The 2-month-long war killed 255 British.
Okay, Max, that's just fuck you. That wasn't necessary.
Sorry, Brandon.
Continue.
So the 2-month-long war killed 255 British soldiers, which doesn't sound like a lot at all, but you know. But it killed 649 Argentinian soldiers, which if I just scroll up, because I have a 13-page...
Come on now.
If I try to find the bit...
Send me that, by the way.
Yeah, 323 soldiers were killed from that sinking of a
Wow.
carrier ship or a cruiser. So if you think about that, 649, like, barely anyone must have died after that sinking, if you think about that.
It's just that sinking, yeah.
Yeah. But it also left the island strewn with minefields that still pose a threat to this day. Like, I could just go to the Falklands and step on one by accident. Alright.
Oh god, don't say shit like that.
To be fair, how many nukes do you think is still, like, haven't been, because the amount of tests from nukes that have been done.
Right, to not make it deep.
Get detonated.
No, to not make it deep. Around the world, around the entire Earth, I think there are a lot of explosives where explosives are not supposed to be.
Well, yeah, World War II. We
That's
still have
what-
explosives in England that are being found.
Yeah, I feel like if you go to Belgium, don't go
Yeah.
to Belgium and accident. That is, yeah. Belgium, France, and Germany probably have a lot of explosives and mines and bombs and stuff like that. I just haven't
Yeah.
been found.
Anyway, to conclude the whole thing, Argentina still claims the islands, but in 2013 a referendum was held and the islanders voted 99.8% in favour of the British. I don't remember the total numbers, but I believe only 3 people on the island voted for Argentina.
Oh,
Out of,
man.
like, thousands of people. So yeah, that's the full history of the Falklands.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, I got a question actually. We all like a good bit of a question at the end of a history section.
Oh yeah.
Why do you think they mainly voted for the English?
I think it was mainly because the Argentinians shouldn't have held a claim against the British, because
Okay.
the Argentina was never in charge of the island. They never had the island. They probably had it while under Vernay's rule for like a year or two, but not
Yeah.
for very long. Whereas the British had half of the island since the 1700s. Yeah, since they had the left half of the island since 1765, and then they
Right.
brought the entire island as a part of Britain, as a British colony in 1845. So they had held the island for centuries. Argentina held it for like a couple years. It wasn't even theirs to begin with. So it was like, plus a lot of the people there were Spanish but didn't class as Argentinian. They were just Spanish from the Spain people.
From the Spain people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why. They didn't
Alright.
Yeah.
Just a quick statistic I saw then, as I have stats and stuff going through. They did conducted a study 5 years after the war, and half of the sample group had suffered symptoms of PTSD, and 22% of them had the complete disorder. I think even when there's wars with bigger losses, you still just realise that of the reality of it. It's kind of crazy. That's all I'd say. Brandon jam-packed that with loads of information that the stuff I was looking at wasn't even close to nearly as detailed, so good job with that one.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. That was a good history section, so that also means we're winding down towards the end of the episode. Is there anything else you guys would like to mention before we conclude?
Well, we were talking about controversial people,
Oh yeah.
like Donald Trump and Tate.
Yeah.
But recently, I believe it's to do with Margaret Thatcher as well. Didn't her husband get done for like fraud, or is being investigated for fraud right now?
Oh, I should have brought that up. Yeah, the Scottish Prime Minister, innit?
Yeah, it's Liz. Is it?
Not Liz Truss.
No,
Liz
it's
Margaret Thatcher's, I'm pretty sure.
It's what's her name? Got a weird name. Yeah, I know what you mean. She's the ex.
Nicola
Scottish-
Sturgeon, her
Nicola
husband,
Sturgeon.
Peter Murrow.
That's
I
it.
was thinking of the fish, and I was like, "What's the fish called?"
What, the sturgeon?
The sturgeon fish. Yeah, exactly. Liz Truss is English. That's not it.
Yeah,
Um,
that is not the Scottish Prime Minister.
No, well, she's the ex-Scottish Prime Minister, is she not? She's not Scottish Prime Minister anymore.
Yeah, she
she
is
not?
ex-PM, isn't she? Is she?
Yeah.
Who's in
Yeah,
charge
ex.
now?
No, she's ex.
What? What?
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's Humza
Yeah,
Yousaf
Humza
is now.
Yousaf. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just watching a video on my phone.
Oh, okay.
You are useless.
I can't wait for you
thought-
to get to spin the wheel, Max.
Yeah.
Oh,
And a section. And his own
Yeah,
section.
think of a section, Max. I
We
feel
need your
bad.
own
I
section. So
I
you
don't
actually have
know
to
what
do something.
interests me. I don't know what I can waffle on about for ages.
Well, think.
It don't even
know.
have to be ages. It can be a quick 5-10
No.
minute thing. That was the idea of the sports section. But like today, it went on for some time. We just discuss. We end up. That's how it works. So even the smallest thing, just message it me or put it in the form. Good,
I will do.
epic. And don't pressure yourself. But just think about it. So I don't want you to be bored or anything. So, you know.
Okay.
And also, I'd love for you to have a section. Everyone else has one, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was PM since the 28th of March, so that's why we were confused, Brandon.
Yeah.
It's not been ages. But yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about it. Released without charge, but obviously was arrested. It's a finance investigation. I don't know what the finance, what happened. I just saw it when I was looking through. I was like, oh, okay. I don't know. I knew her name, so I felt like she didn't shut up. I think that's probably why I heard her name. She said she had no prior knowledge to the police's plans. Did she have knowledge to his plans? I don't know. That's a pretty bad week for her then, isn't it? Loses her throne, not a throne, but you know, her throne, and then loses her husband. Oof. Rough. Questions were raised after. Oh, okay. According to a statement, SNP raised a total of £660,000 through referendum-related appeals between 2017 and 2020. The party pledged to spend these funds on the independence campaign. Questions were raised after its accounts showed they had just under 97,000 in the bank at the end of 2019, a total net assets of about £272,000 pounds. So they lost a lot of money out of nowhere.
Right.
So they've just used it for personal use, basically. Probably, it does look like they've probably got something wrong, but it's all allegedly. Miss Sturgeon will fully cooperate with the police if required, but no request has been made. Yeah, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. That's it. Yeah, that's an interesting. I'm glad you brought that up, Brandon. I completely forgot. 3 controversial figures in a week. What is going on with the world? I swear this wasn't happening back in my day. No, it's fine. I'm sure I'll be fine. So that's all that matters. People also ask, is there sturgeon in UK?
I don't know about that one, you know. Don't know why.
Well, Mr. Sturgeon's in. Well, he's released now, actually, so it might. Yeah, probably. Yeah, why not? I don't know. Is the fish? 2 species are present in the UK. They both commit tax fraud. That's all. I have nothing to say. I never have anything to say at the end of the video. Thanks. Oh, you always do. No, what am I talking about? I always have things to say at the end of the video. What am I talking about? Boo. Yeah, thanks for watching. It's always great as always. I don't want to jinx anything, but we kind of are solid we're at 53 subscribers now. So thank you for 50 subscribers. That's stupid. We're going to keep growing. I'm going to work harder. This podcast episode was far better in reflection than the past couple. So that's good. We'll keep progressing. It's epic. Doctor Who Season 3 recap coming out Wednesday. It is great. So Season 2... I've got to mention that. I mean, the support on the Season 1 video was incredible. We got to about 130 views, I think. I think we do have a tiny bit... We don't want to reveal our plan, but we had expectations of, like, the first episode, get about 50 views. You've knocked out the park. You knocked the second one out of the park. Second one out of the park, last time I checked, was on 209 views. What? That support is absolutely incredible. You know, yeah, thank you. I think is what I need to say. Well, I'm just checking now the views. 238 in 12 days. That is insane. So thank you. Go support the Season 3 video. The sound is so much better. Because Keen has recorded his own audio this time. So we're getting better. We're moving blocks. And I'm going to focus on editing together a few videos. We've got a few planned. And also, I mean, it's a bit late once this podcast comes out, but Siege stream on Friday, maybe a few more throughout the week as well. We're moving blocks. We're making the money go around. That's a It's Always Sunny reference. We keep the money moving. We keep the channel moving. Yeah, so much more to come. Thank you for supporting us. That'll keep coming. Anything you guys would like to say? Last words.
Yeah.
Born to shit, forced to white.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's back.
I have a bit of information. You know, to finish us off, I have a bit of information.
Oh,
so, talking about sturgeon got me thinking. Right? No
Fish.
one likes fishing, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So, the Falkland Islands do not have a national fishing license. You don't need a fishing license to fish in the Falklands, which is pretty cool. But there is a limit to how many fish you can catch in one day. So, you can go fish all you want, but you can't fish all you want, if you get what I mean. You can go do it, but you can only catch, I don't know how many, it doesn't say how many, but you can only do a certain amount before the police show up and go, hold on a second, that's a pretty full bucket there. So yeah, There you go. You can fish all you want, but in moderation in the Falklands.
One thing though, I was looking it up to do further research. Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
have a number, which is annoying.
No.
It just said it literally has a people also ask what fish can you catch? No, how many fish can you catch in the Falklands? And it just says what fish they have in the Falklands. That does not help. But anyway,
It depends on the weight, because if they're under a certain amount, you're meant to throw them back in.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh no, I found something. The daily limit is 3 trout, and on the Morrill River, everywhere
Yeah,
else
I've
it is
seen
6
that.
trout. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all there is. But disinfection is not required by law for the fish. Yeah. Everyone's a pescatarian over there. Wait, no, that's only fish, isn't it? No, they're definitely not all pescatarians. The opposite.
Whatever that is.
I don't think that's a thing. Who would eat everything but fish? I think. Wait, what? 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 I don't understand. Guys, do one or the other, okay? I mean, I shouldn't be saying that I'm a vegetarian. I'm not even vegan. But it's harder to be vegan. I'm lazy. Anyway,
Yeah, being vegan takes effort.
it does.
And also, I like to laugh at vegans, so he's missing out on being laughed at, because I like to look at an egg and I go, ha, I can eat this, you can't.
I would not want to eat an egg anyways. No problem.
I will.
It depends how it's done. If it's an omelette, then yes.
Guys, what's the best use of egg?
My face.
On a frying pan.
Pancake.
No, pancake.
Or just
nice.
Chocolate cake.
Or just yes. Or just any type of cake, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's some cakes I'm not a big fan of, honestly.
Well, yeah.
But shout out chocolate cake. Oof.
Oh.
Is there a
It
thing
is my
where...
second favourite dessert.
What's your first favourite dessert?
Toffee and pecan roulade.
Maybe that's your
That sounds
section,
grim.
Max. Maybe you've got the cooking section.
It's amazing.
You can do the Mary Berry section.
Best thing that has been created. Best thing, well, second best thing I've put in my mouth. Ding, 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 ding.
What?
No, I'm kidding. It's the first thing. It's the first best thing. Yeah, just a
cock was
little
second.
jokey joke then.
Yeah, Dick second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Changed his
Brandon,
mind. Oh, I didn't get commented on, thank God. It's because they have something going between them, don't they?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cock ring.
Is this going to end? Can we end?
No.
Can we
Well,
end?
Brandon's last words have not been required yet,
Oh,
so
okay,
Brandon.
Okay.
My last words. I don't have any last words.
I can say them for
Those
you
are
if
my
you
last
want.
words.
Go on, Max, give us 2.
To end the podcast, alright?
Yeah.
I'm born to piss, forced to shake it.